what's going on? We back. Another edition of Draft Spotlight. Told you about to get back on the Draft Spotlight. So we almost a week out from the NFL draft. Getting a little excited. We'll do a mock draft for the Lions. And on my other channel, I'll do a full NFL first round mock draft. It's pretty much unpredictable. But today we're talking about University of Michigan Go Blue. Draft Spotlight, Rashan Gary, 6'4", 277 pounds, ran a 4.58, 26-inch bench rep. Yes, 4.58 at 277 pounds, 38-inch vertical. Amazing athlete, super amazing athlete. And NFL.com got his comparison to Ezekiel Ansah. And I definitely can understand the comparison because Rashan Gary is very raw athlete. You know, he one of those guys that can be. I don't think he'd be a Vernon Golston out of Ohio State. I don't think he went to Cass Tech. But kind of that bust potential was there to Deion Jordan. An amazing freaky athlete who just, you know, hasn't developed as a pass rusher or as a full football player. You know, he got one move that he used a lot. It's the bull rush. Then he controls the offensive tackle sometimes with his inside hand to get him out the way because he's a powerful athlete. But in the NFL, you're not going to be going up against Indiana left tackles or Appalachian State, no pun intended to Michigan fans. I'm a Michigan fan, left tackles. You know, it's going to take him to develop, you know, spin moves. It's going to develop a rip and go. It's going to him to develop, you know, other pass rushing moves, you know, and better hand play. And when I watch Montez Sweat, he has an amazing ability to really use his hands. He ain't as powerful as Rashan Gary, but his hand play is by far superior to Rashan Gary. And Rashan Gary is just getting by on being an exceptional athletic talent out there. If he's able to put together maybe a Dwight Freeney spin move or a signature move of himself, you know, more rip and goes, more whatever he find out, you know, he find to kind of counter that bull rush that he always uses. If he get another pass rusher move, learn to use his hands more, he definitely got the potential to be one of the better or one of the greatest defensive edge rushers of all time. You know, you put him down there straight hand. You know, right now you got Von Miller, you know, guys like that. You can put he got the athletic ability to beat them, you know, but he don't have a skill set, and that's what kind of separates really good guys, you know, to elite NFL players. And once he get the finesse game and the skill sets going, I think he really can pick it up. But he does feel a need for us. You know what I'm saying? We got rid of Ziggy, and now you bring a Ziggy in. But I'm not sure how good this regime is at developing pass rushers in the past. Under Jim Schwartz and even under Rob Marinelli, you know, the Lions, I'm in Piston mode. The Lions were really good at developing pass rushers. That's what they done. You know, may it be, you know, Nick Fairley and the spurts he played, Dominican Sue, Van den Bosch came here and helped develop guys. Cliff Averill developed here. I mean, you had a few guys, you know, the Michael Johnson guy, I think his name was, that came from Tampa Bay. I can't remember his name. He came and developed here. So we have been developing really good pass rushers, and they come here, and whatever they had in the water, I wish they had in the water at other positions. But the Lions historically, you know, drafted really good positions, man. You know, a really good defensive lineman. They brought him here, Corey Redden. For years, they kind of been really good at developing and plugging and play, you know, edge talent and just rushers inside too. They go other places. They don't really have the success they have in Detroit. So they have, if they feel they still got that mojo, they could develop pass rusher still. Rashan Gary, I don't think 8 is too high if you feel like you can develop him and get the best out of him, because he's an exceptional once in a lifetime physical talent. And he's very smart, so, you know, he shouldn't be nothing that he really can't pick up on. So if you feel that Sweat got a heart problem or you know, or whatever it may be, you know, it might be close between him and another defensive end that you may be choosing from. And the difference may be this guy's super smart and he's coachable. And, you know, all you got to do is really, you know, teach him how to play with his hands and teach him, you know, how to, you know, some defensive pass rushing moves that counter the bull rush. And if you're able to do that, you feel like, you know, you can get through to him. You know, maybe 8 ain't too high for him. I think somebody potentially going to get a steal in him, coach him up. You know, but if you ain't good at developing players, or you don't think your defensive line coach can get through, then we could have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But you put a freaky athlete out there like him, with snacks and Trey Flowers in hand, I mean, the Lions would finally have complete their defensive line, maybe a little bit more depth there. But I think that's why they should focus on the defensive pass rusher at the number 8 spot, or moving back and trying to get one at some point in the draft, because you can complete that defensive line. The Lions rarely complete anything else, but let me know what you guys think about University of Michigan's Rashan Gary. Definitely a first-round draft pick. I don't think 8 is too high for him, but it could be. You can move back and possibly get him. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you need be. All the social media links in the description. Share the videos. We gone.